Hello everyone, how are you? Welcome back to another vlog. And honestly, I wasn't really planning on vlogging this week, so today it's Thursday. And it's been mostly an issue of feeling a bit burnt out, or like I'm feeling a bit overwhelmed with all the things I have to do, and then like I feel I'm running behind schedule all the time. So I thought that maybe this week I would remove something from my usual tasks, so it might be easier perhaps. But honestly, today I kind of changed my mind and decided that I actually wanted to vlog for a bit, so here we are. I'm not sure if this will be a very long vlog, because also at the same time I felt like I didn't really have a whole lot to share with you. So I was like, well, maybe like I shouldn't really vlog if I don't really have anything to say nor anything special happening. But yeah, I kind of changed my mind and here we are. I do have some clay updates. Alright, so let's start. I have this cat one here that I'm not sure, like I really like the cat, this creamy cat. It's basically one of my cats, the same kind of coloring and everything, but for some reason, and I don't really understand why, it's not really going very well. Like the eyes, I don't love them. They are a bit not very good in general, but I actually had two of this and I decided to keep this one. I'm not sure if I'll put it up for sale or not. I guess I could, if I do decide doing that, I guess I could like put it at a lower price, like a B grade item. I'm not sure. But yeah, one cat. Then we got some mushrooms that I actually really like them, how they turned out. So let me see if I can show you them properly. But yeah, we got here some mushrooms in 3 different colors. So I think I'll do more of this, like repeating these colors. Everything is a toy for you, isn't it? So yeah, I might do more of this. This was like a first experiment, but I do actually like their designs, and yeah, I think I'll keep doing these colors and have a few more, so I have more than one item of each. So 3 mushrooms. Then we got the radishes that I did show them to you last week, I think, when I was starting them. But honestly, I'm not a fan of the design so far. So yeah, I did both of these. Again, not sure if this will be up for sale, or if I do, I'm not sure I'll do more of them. Perhaps I might try to experiment a bit more with their design, but I don't love them. So for now, this will be just it. I have a pin and a magnet, and that will be it for now, because yeah, I don't love them and I don't really want to be creating and sculpting stuff that I'm not really having fun with and that I don't love the design. So for now, it's going to be just these two, and we'll see in the future how it goes. Then we got this carrot. This is the second carrot I've done. I do like them, but I did make a new template for them, so I will experiment with that later. But so far, I really enjoy making these carrots. Now, I also have the pear one that I really like the design itself, and on the one hand, I feel it's not really 100% my style, but I do like it, and I think I'll make more of this, and perhaps making an apple one as well. Like that way you could have a pair of a red apple, for example, and a green pear like this. I think it will be fun. So yeah, I like this one. I might try other colors, but I'm not sure so far. I enjoyed this combo of colors. And then we got the avocado, which is not great. Like the seed, I messed up painting the seed a little bit, so I'll probably just keep this one for myself, for my fridge. I think like next time I will just make a plain design. I know I mentioned last vlog that I did like giving it some dimensionality, and I do enjoy that, but I want to try making a plain one and paint the seeds in brown and see what I prefer, if I prefer a model like this or if I prefer to make it plain. Another thing I want to try, and I might also try that with others, like I think if I want to try radishes again or with the carrots even, I kind of want to try like drawing a little face on them. I think it would look very cute, giving them a characterization. And so yeah, I might try that. We'll see. And I think this is all. I did make a few more watermelons, but it's exactly the same as before. And I kind of have already here a nice collection of stuff. I did start some more new pieces. Two of them are actually a bit different. It's more of a decorative item, but I think they are looking really cute, so I will show them to you later on. But yeah, so far I think I already got a nice collection. I feel like I need to make more copies of some of them, like the cats, strawberries and pencils, since these are the main ones I want to make. I feel I should make a few more of them, and I kind of want this week to try and figure out the store, how do you manage that, because I never managed a physical store. So yeah, I kind of want to start setting that up and seeing how that goes. Like that's all also the I think that's also the other reason why I wasn't really feeling like vlogging, because this whole thing, as I said last week, is all very new to me and it is a bit stressful, so it was feeling everything a bit too overwhelming. And yeah, I thought I kind of needed to pause something in my schedule so it isn't so stressful. But yeah, I'll try to figure that out. I also need to take photos of all of these, figure out packaging, although I already have some idea of what I'll do, but the photos as well. I'll try to take some photos of this. So yeah, I already have quite a few items and I feel like I need to go to the next step. Otherwise, I'll get stuck just making stuff and never really doing anything with them. So yeah, that's pretty much it for updates. And as I said, not sure if this will be a very long vlog. Who knows, sometime maybe I'll just spend like 3 hours talking. We never know how things are going to be. But I will talk about, I do have small reading updates. I did start a few books, but I will talk about that a bit later. Also, I did update this wall a little bit, not a lot. So I bought 2 small frames for these 2 postcards that for some reason that one is a little crooked, and every time I try to make it a bit straighter, it refuses to do so. So yeah, I'm not sure, that's what I get for getting cheap frames, I guess. But yeah, so we got these 2 here, and I also added this painting here. This is one of my favorite paintings I've done last year, and I thought it would look great in this wall as well. Like I had it before, if you remembered. I used to have it in this shelf right here, and so I replaced it with this. This is actually like a box lid that I have, but I like the lid so much that I decided to use as decoration. So here it is. And here is the wall update. So I think it looks pretty neat. And I think that for now, this is going to be it. I'm not really, there isn't any print that I have that I feel the big need to look at it all the time. I mostly like to put up my favorites. So yeah, for now, this is going to be the look of this wall. The day after, and I just spent most of my morning doing some cleaning around the house and also making some chocolate salami for this weekend, which looks very delicious. It's now in the fridge waiting for it to be ready, and we'll perhaps try it tomorrow. I will show you the final result. Hopefully it will go well. I admit I'm not really a huge fan of chocolate. I know this is some kind of sin, but like I do enjoy it, but I'm not crazy about it, you know. But I did have recently salami with some pistachio in it, and it was honestly so good. I was so surprised that I liked it so much. And I found this recipe that was very similar to it, so we decided to make it and try it out. So hopefully it will taste as good or pretty similar. We'll see. It does look very tasty. But this week I did start a few new pieces with clay, and I just finished. Yesterday I finished sanding them and adding some magnets to the back of them. So first, we don't have anything very new, so just two more cats. I honestly made these two cats and two more strawberries to finish the rest of the clay I had. I had just a bit of clay laying around, and I decided to use the rest for as many pieces as I could make. So I made these two cats and two more strawberries because I realized I didn't really make that many strawberries, and I honestly really like how they usually look. These were the extra pieces, but the ones I'm more excited about, I tried to do something new, and if everything continues going the way it is, I might make more. So I used the cookie cutters and first I made this flower and this star. And I use that technique where you put a piece of plastic. I used like one of those plastic bags to freeze your food and to make it very round like this, very pillowy. So yeah, I made this, and then I made these two small cats. Show the other one. The other one is a little bit smaller, and the idea is for me I'll paint all of this, and then I glue the cat to the star and to the flower, and it's just a figurine to stand on your desk or whatever you want. It's just a piece of decoration, but I think it's going very, very nice, and I find them very cute. And if I don't ruin it during the painting phase, I think I'll make more, because these were actually quite simple to make, and I'm really enjoying the results so far. So today, if everything goes according to plan, I will paint this, and after everything is painted, I'll just glue both of them together, and they're basically done, just varnished, and they're done. So yeah, those are the plans for today, for the rest of the day. I want to paint all of these pieces. Not sure I'll be able to finish all of them today. It will be nice if I could, so we'll see how that goes. So I can show you the finished results in this vlog. And I also want to take photographs of the pieces I have so far, because I've been kind of avoiding that. It's basically the next step of this whole project, so I have to take the photos, then have them already more or less packed, and eventually upload all these photos and finishing setting things up. So yeah, I've been avoiding it, but I gotta do this. I really have to do this. It is scary, but we have to do this. And I know that I'm always saying that I'm nervous about it, but I'm also excited, okay? It's a new thing. It's always normal to be nervous about it. The important thing is that you eventually do the things that you want to do. And I'm obviously excited about this. If I wasn't, I wouldn't be doing so many pieces. I'm really enjoying doing this and figuring what I want to do more. But I think that's for now. The plants are going to be mostly focusing on cats, the strawberries, I think the carrots as well, because I find the carrots quite cute, although I'm still figuring the final design, and the pencils perhaps. Although I don't think the pencils are going to be the most important pieces I make, I want to focus mostly on the cats and the strawberries, and probably making more of these figurines, these decoration pieces that I think can be very, very cute to add to your desk, to any kind of furniture. I think they're very cute. So yeah, those are the plans for today. Taking some pictures and perhaps finish these pieces, and I will see you later on. I'm trying to show you all the pieces I have, but it's not very easy. But yeah, I have here all the pieces and I'm going to take the photos. This is it. I'm going to do it. Also, I kind of forgot, I said like the main ones will be cats and the strawberries, perhaps the pencils, but I completely forgot about the watermelons. The watermelons obviously are going to be a main piece as well, and perhaps the mushrooms as well, because I like the mushrooms and they're not too difficult to make. They're quite fast to make, so yeah, mushrooms as well. So yeah, taking photos. Good morning. I just had my shower. I finally cut some of my fringe a little bit because it was really annoying me and feeling the hair always on my face. Not sure if that's enough, but I will check out when my hair is dry and decide if I want to cut more or not. But yeah, The clay pieces are not 100% finished yet. They are going through the varnishing process, so I can't really show them right now, but I will show it to you later. But I did want to give you a book update because I do have quite a lot of updates. So first of all, I finally picked this one once again. I don't know if you remember, but I think it was in like November that I started this one. And I always said that this was going to be a slow book for me to read. It's the kind of book that I pick up from time to time and just read it, read a story or two as I go. But the truth is, I haven't picked this up since like December. But I finally picked it up again. I'm still not halfway through it. And I also went through all the pages I had bookmarked and added some, how do you call this? I always forget the name of this, but I did add the markers to it so I know where my highlights are. It's a very small section because there's this chapter about basically myths about lovers, about different couples, and I finally got through, for example, the story of Orpheus and Eurydice, and I found it interesting that the take here is a little bit different. So basically, if you don't know, this book is like a very big research of all the myths and really goes way back and to all the poems and stories that were written back in the day. I'm not sure if this is still like the most actual book you can read about Greek mythology, but so far it's pretty nice. And I'm not sure which version is the most tragic, because in here Orpheus does wait until he looks back to Eurydice. So it's like he leaves the cave, he leaves the underworld, and that's when he looks back because he thinks, yes, now we're safe, now I can be sure that she's with me. But he does forget that even though he's outside, she's not outside yet. Because I think that most of the stories that sometimes we read about them, it's like he cannot really wait until they leave because he's not sure she's over there. I might be wrong, but I have that idea. So he kind of gets way too anxious about it and he turns before leaving the underworld. And here he does leave. He looks behind him, but she hasn't left the cave yet. And yes, she goes back to the underworld. So I think it can be even tragic that way. But yeah, I've been going through this one. I think the last myth I read was the Golden Fleece. Yeah, which was, I didn't really know much about it. So that was interesting. But yeah, still going slowly through this one. I'm not really in a rush of finishing it really. It's a very dense book, honestly. So I just go, sometimes when I have a little bit of time, I pick this up, highlight some parts that I find interesting, bookmark them, and yeah, just have a little bit of fun. Then I started the Thursdays Murder Club. I think that's it. Yeah, the Thursday Murder Club, I did start it, but as you can see, not a whole lot. And like so far, it is okay. I do find it that it has quite a lot of, we're always changing perspectives, and it's not like the chapters are very short. Sometimes the chapter is just 2 pages and we're always turning from one character to the other. And sometimes I feel like the writing or the characters are trying to be too witty. I'm not sure, but like so far it's okay. It's just not really it's just not going amazingly. But I mean, I'm like 50 pages in, I think 60 pages in. There hasn't been a lot happening yet. I'm feeling it's still kind of like we went through a phase of knowing our characters, the place the story is taking place, and then we finally have the murder happening, and perhaps it will pick up a bit more as we go. But so far it's just okay. But it is like, so far at least, it seems like just a very light book, let's say, a book that you read just for a bit of fun, just to spend some time doing something else rather than working or looking at the screen. This can be a good book, like the kind of book you read when you go to a coffee place or to the beach. I don't know, like there's not really a lot of depth here, which doesn't need to, obviously, but we'll see. I hope it is a fun book. But I'm not 100% sure it is my kind of book in general, but we'll see. Then I also read and finished on Sundays She Picked Flowers, and this is the gothic horror book. I don't know why, but I've been feeling like reading some horror lately. It's not really the time for it. I feel like spring is not really the kind of time that you feel like reading some horror books, but for some reason I'm feeling it. I also, like, last year I don't think I've read that many horror books as I wanted. Like, generally around October and Halloween time I really like to get into those, but for some reason there weren't really a lot of those, and I also didn't really feel like it. I don't know why. So I'm feeling reading more horror this time around. So yeah, I read that one on Sunday. She Picked Flowers. It's a very short book and I really enjoyed it. I do have like some small issues with it, but I really like the story, the ending. I also really liked the ending. I was expecting it to end one way, but it kind of had a little bit of a twist there, so that was nice. Around like halfway through the book, or a bit more than that, I felt that the pacing was a bit there was something happening with the pacing there that kind of lost me for a little bit. Not really lost me in a way where I lost interest in the book, but like it was a bit hard to follow through the line of thought throughout the story. So yeah, I think that part could have been done a bit better, but still not like a huge issue. And if I'm not mistaken, these authors, I can't remember the name of the author, I don't have the book here, but yeah, if I'm not mistaken, this is these authors' debut book, so their first published book, if I'm not mistaken. And so honestly, I think they can only get better and improve at it. I think the story was really nice. There was just some weird pacing happening there. Like, some parts of it I do feel could have been done in another way. I also do appreciate like the parallels that we had from at some point in the book. That was quite nice. And another thing I do appreciate, and I'm glad we're starting to see this more and more in all kinds of books. I'm not too sure about YA, but even in YA, a lot of books I've been reading recently have improved on that. But in this case, our main character is at the start of the book in her 30s, and we do see her growing older. And I'm very glad that we're starting to see these kind of stories with older people and not like a 15-year-old. So I really appreciate that. And I don't know, like, some stories have very adult themes, and I do think it fit better with older characters than what we used to see back in the day. So yeah, I do appreciate that a lot as well. The book is very short, very quick to read, so I really enjoyed it. I read it in like 3 days perhaps, I'm not sure. So yeah, I really liked it. It was nice, and I'm looking forward reading more horror this month. There are new Goodreads challenges. They started at the start of this month, and there are quite a lot of horror books in there. So a few of them I actually have them. So I think it's a nice opportunity to go through them. But I also, like, my personal challenge for this month was to read a book by a Portuguese author. And honestly, I did have a bit of an idea of what to read, but then I went through my reading app and they don't have any book from that author, unfortunately. So I just decided to scroll through the catalog and try to choose something. Like, at first I was thinking, well, maybe I'll just choose one of those classics, like perhaps reading some José de Saramago or Essa de Queiroz, going for the classics, but at the same time I wasn't really feeling it. And then I found this one by Mafalda Santos, and it's called Aquilo que o Som Esconde. And I got to check, I'm not sure if it exists in English, so I can give you the English title. I'm going to check it out, but I don't know the author, I don't know the book. The cover actually was quite cool, and that was kind of why I went for it. Honestly, I didn't read a synopsis of it, but it does seem kind of a weird book. Let me see. Book details and editions. Yes, so there's no, but yeah, there's no translation, but it's kind of something. What sleeps hides, something like that, with a very literal translation. It's kind of what the sleep hides. That would be kind of the name of it. But yeah, I did started reading it. It's very surreal so far. I haven't read a lot yet. So yeah, something new. Let's see how that goes. And it's an opportunity for me to know more Portuguese authors, because I admit I don't read them a lot. Mostly because I feel that most Portuguese authors write a lot about drama and romance, and a lot of the times I'm not really into that, so I end up not reading a lot. And it's rare for me to find a book in another genre, a Portuguese book in another genre. So, but well, this does look like something a bit different from what I usually find, so I'm looking forward to it. Not sure how that will go, but so far sounds very interesting. And I think those all the book updates. Also, I think I did note down the books or the other books I wanted to read, perhaps this month, but for the Goodreads challenges, I'm not sure if I'll read them all through during this month. But yeah, so one of them is Jane Eyre, because it was on one of those challenges, and I've been meaning to reread it for quite some time. I've been thinking about it since like last summer, and I haven't yet. So finally, here's a good excuse to reread that. I have the book over here. Another option is to read Wild Reverence. I don't have the book, but I did notice that the book is in my library app, so I might try to read that as well. Not too sure if I'm feeling it, but I don't know. I've seen people saying such good things about the book that I'm kind of curious, so we'll see. But the two that I'm definitely going to read is The Only One Left by Riley Sager. Sager? I'm not sure. One of those. But yeah, I want to read that one. I've read two books from this author, and one of them I really liked it. Yeah, it was Home Before Dark. I really enjoyed that one. And then I also read Final Girls, which was like not 100% my cup of tea. I didn't really like the ending of it, but in general it was like most of the book was kind of enjoyable, save some things over there. But Home Before Dark, I really enjoyed it at the time. So I now want to try The Only One Left, so I can make up my mind about this author, because so far it does feel like it's a hit or miss for me. But I do enjoy the way this author writes, so we will see. And the other book I want to read is This House Will Feed by Maria Turou. And I've been seeing this book around a lot and being talked about a lot. And I'm curious about it. Like, I've seen some people that really enjoyed the book. Others feel that there was something missing there. But I'm kind of curious. The synopsis does seem interesting. So we will see. Like, The Only One Left, I admit I have no idea what it is about. but this house will fit. I think it's kind of a historical thing, but let me tell you. So it's in Ireland during the 19th century. This is a very big thing. I can't really read all of this, but I think it's a girl that basically gets adopted by a rich family to pretend to be someone else. Yeah, so this girl gets adopted to pretend to be this lady's late daughter, and the house kind of feels kind of haunted, I think. So yeah, we will see. This the plot does seem interesting, and I'm curious about it. So yeah, those are the books I'm planning on reading this month, or for the next months. We will see how that goes. And yeah, I think this is it for book updates for now. That was quite a lot, as always when talking about books. And I can't wait to show you the final clay pieces because I think they are looking very, very cute. I'm really liking the figurines, the small figurines. I really like how they are turning out, so I will show to you them later. Hello everyone, I'm back and I finally finished those pieces that I was working on. So I did show them to you separately, but now they are here, varnished and painted. They are now completely finished. I've painted them, then I glued the cat together with the base and they are varnished. It took a bit longer than usual because it's a bigger piece, so it takes a bit longer to dry. But yeah, here we have a black cat in a star. I think they look very cute. Like, look at it. Very shiny, very simple but cute. I like it. And then we have the other version, which is a white cat in a flower. I'm very happy with the result. I did think about making a very simple design and I'm happy with the results, and they probably I'm very happy with the results. I just have to get used to making this, but for a first try I think they look pretty neat. Let me show them side by side. There we go. So yeah, I really like them and I might do more of this in the future. It was a bit of an experience for now, but I think they look pretty neat and I might make more of this. Also, I really like using the cookie cutters to create these different designs. It makes the work a bit faster in a way, but the shapes are very cute and it's very easy to use. So yeah, I really enjoyed making this and I look forward to making more. And I think this is it for this vlog. I've showed you everything that I had to show you for this week. And as always, thank you all so much for watching the video to the end. I hope you enjoyed it. And as always, don't forget to like and subscribe to see more videos, and hopefully I will see you in the next vlog. Bye!